Hello there. Well, it's time for December favorites. I was gonna wait until like the very end of the month, but why bother, right? Let's just jump right into it because I got a bunch of stuff to show you and talk about. Okay, let's start with foundation primer. You know what I'm gonna say. Guerlain, Meteorites, light diffusing, perfecting primer. I really like this stuff. I know it's expensive, but it was a splurge that I wouldn't normally do, but I was on vacation and I'm really glad I did it. It feels wonderful on your skin. It has a really nice smell to it. It feels so good, and it's the perfect base for your foundation. Okay, enough said. Okay, under eye concealer, I'm going to say MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I talked about this yesterday. It works better as a concealer than a regular concealer does. However, if there was no such thing as MAC Painterly Paint Pot, then I would say MAC Pro Longwear Concealer is a pretty close second. That is also a very good concealer, but I like my MAC Painterly Paint Pot the best as an under eye concealer. And you know what? I'm going to take these bangles off. These bangles that I'm wearing, because that's like, it's got to be annoying to keep hearing that cling, 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 cling. Okay. Makeup. I'm going to say Makeup Forever HD foundation for department store pick, and then I thought I had it out here, so we'll just pretend that I'm holding it in my other hand. Revlon Color Stay makeup for drugstore pick. Yeah, those are both absolutely terrific foundations, and you know, if I have to narrow it down to only two, those are the two that I tend to grab for the most this month. Makeup Forever HD and Revlon Color Stay. Blushes, I've been trying to use all my blushes this month. Yeah, I've been really getting a lot of use out of all of them, so don't feel like there was really a standout this month. I probably did grab the NARS Orgasm the most of all of them, but I really feel like I got a lot of use out of all my blushes this month, so yeah, there wasn't like any one particular one that I used like every day all the time. Bronzer. I'm not really a bronzer person, but I've been really getting into contouring lately, and I've got a really crappy contouring brush, so I'm going to have to do something about that because it doesn't do the job, and it ends up looking awful, so I've got to invest in a good contouring brush. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the MAC 138, which is the one that's kind of got like a little dome to it, and it's like a powder brush, but it's more narrow. I don't have it yet, so I can't show you, but a lot of you probably already know what that looks like, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to end up getting that. Brushes, while we're talking about brushes, I'm going to say that for brushes, the ones that I grab for the most this month is my 129. I have gotten so much use out of that. I use it for powder, sometimes I use it for blush. I use that a lot. And then if I'm going to use a really pigmented blush, then I use my 187 stippling brush. These are all MAC brushes that I'm talking about. And then for eye brushes, I would say that, let's see, the 224, I use that like for everything all the time. For application, blending, everything, I definitely would be totally lost without that 224. I don't know how I did without it. For foundation, though, I really like the Sonia Kashuk, it's wet, so that's why it looks funny, but Sonia Kashuk Flat Top Synthetic Brush, that's my favorite foundation brush, which I used to use a MAC foundation brush, but that one tops it. And, you know, there's other brushes that I use for eyes, but really, that 224 one, though, I get the most use out of. I can't really think of any other brushes that, I mean, I have other brushes that I use, but those are the ones that I use the most. Okay, back to talking about the makeup. I was talking about contouring. Yeah, I've been really getting into contouring, and I've been doing it with bronzer, and also I just recently started getting into contouring with a darker color blush than what I put like on the apples of my cheeks. Today I used MAC Azalea Blossom, but I tried to bring my brush down specifically. Here, let me open this for you just in case you're getting a glare. I tried to concentrate my brush on the purple section of this, and then I used NARS Laguna bronzer contouring on the, you know, below the cheekbone area there. And yeah, I've been having a really good time with the contouring lately, so I definitely need to get that MAC 138 brush. But when I do use bronzer, it's either NARS Laguna. The Essence bronzing powder is actually really good too, and it's wicked cheap. And I also sometimes use NYC Sunny is another good one. And then I've been really into having a very highlighted, sparkly just look in general. I think the Guerlain is what kind of got me into that, but now it's just like I can't get enough of the sparkles and glitter and glimmer. And I tried an experiment today with my new MAC Rose Ole Special Reserve Highlight Powder, which looks like that. And it's pretty subtle, but yet it's a highlight powder. So I said to myself, I wonder what would happen if I use this as an all-over face powder. I wonder if it would be too much. And I got so much other things going on in my face that who the heck can even see the highlight powder? There's so much color and glitter and everything that who knows, right? But anyways, I'll try that again on another day when I don't have so much like bright colors and sparkles and stuff, so I can really judge. But yeah, I think that might be something I might want to try again. Okay, let's see. Where were we? Bronzer, contour, blush. Okay, from there, eyeshadows. Definitely going to go with all my MAC eyeshadows. I've been having a blast using those this month. Ever since I took them out of the pots and put them in palettes, it makes all the difference. Because before, it was such a pain in the neck to try to look at all the little pots and decide what colors I was going to use. So now I can just like, for example, today I decided I was going to wear this purple shirt. So I opened up my purple MAC palette and looked at all the purples and said, okay, we're going to go with Parfait Amour. And, you know, it just makes it so much easier. I don't know, I really been getting into the MAC eyeshadows again. And for eyeliner, I've been really enjoying gel eyeliners this month, and I've purchased quite a few. And I have to say that the MAC Black Track Fluid Line will probably always be my favorite, but I really give kudos to the L'Oreal Hip ones. I think that the quality on those is absolutely fantastic, and as far as the MAC goes, I think I had mentioned yesterday that I bought the Plum Dark Diversion and I did not like it. So I don't think I'm going to be buying any more fluid lines by MAC. If I'm going to go for the colored ones, I think I'll, you know, either try other companies or, I don't know if L'Oreal Hip makes any other colors other than the teal and the blue, but I'll check that out. But yeah, I've been really enjoying the gel eyeliner on my waterline. Another thing I started doing this month was tightlining my tightline with pencil liners, and I do like the way that looks, but I don't think there is such a thing as a pencil that will last all day and not smudge, because I've been using the L'Oreal Extra Intense in black, and then I just recently picked up the MAC Feline Kohl pencil, and I've tried it with both, and about halfway through the day, they start to smudge. And if you use them on your waterline, it's basically the same thing. It starts to get all, like, in the corners, you start getting like a black line that goes down, and plus it moves around on the actual waterline and tightline itself. So, I don't think, you can't use gel liner on your tightline, can you? Anybody ever try doing that? Wow, that would be really difficult. It's bad enough with the pencil. But anyways, okay, next category, mascara. I still have to say that the Maybelline Falsies is probably the best one I've found so far. I've been really rotating my mascaras though this month, revisiting them, and there's some that are pretty good and okay, but this is definitely the standout from the bunch. And I might be trying some more mascaras this month. There's some of them that have been kind of piquing my interest, some of the newer ones that have come out, so I might give those a shot. We'll see. It depends. It depends on how I budget my money, because with all these MAC collections and stuff that are coming out, there's 2 more MAC collections coming out in another week or something like that, so I don't know. We'll see. Plus, like I said, I want to get that 138 brush, which is expensive. Okay, so let's see, we covered mascara, and then, what does that leave? Oh, lip products. I've been really getting into lip liners now, which I used to be of the opinion, like, I can't be bothered, but it really makes a big difference, I think. I put a little bit on today, but it didn't, it wasn't going on very well for some reason for me. I've noticed that if you, before I even start my makeup, I usually start with a lip balm, and if you don't let that completely like seep into your skin and then you try to start doing your makeup, when you get to the lip liner section, if your lips are too moist, you're going to have a hard time applying the lip liner. So your lips have to be almost a little bit dry in order to use the lip liner and have it adhere properly. But anyways, yeah, I've been really getting into the lip liners. I like, for department store ones, I like MAC very much. And for drugstore ones, I like the Milani lip lash pencils, which aren't like your traditional lip pencil. They're like the big thick kind. So they're meant to be used either on their own, they can double as a lip liner and a lipstick, or you can put a lipstick over them. But they don't, because they're like the jumbo pencils, so you can't really just line the edge if you wanted to do that. But they work really, really well. The only complaint I have with those is the color range. It's all really bright colors, and I love bright colored lipstick, but sometimes you don't feel like it. So they don't have like a neutral option in that yet. But that's where the MAC ones come in. I purchased all those nice neutral MAC lip liners, so I think I got that covered. And then for lipsticks, I've really been definitely grabbing my MAC lipsticks the most out of anything. Yeah, and lip glosses too, I would say. As far as nail polishes go, I'm all about like finding dupes now for things. That was so fun finding that Revlon Perplex as the dupe for the Chanel Paradoxal, and also Milani Teddy Bear is kind of a dupe for Chanel Particulier. The only complaint I have with this is both of these colors that I just mentioned are limited edition. So if you don't get them right away, I kind of wish that they would put these things like in their permanent line And at least that way you have more of a chance of getting them when you want them. I mean, if they change their mind, they can always pull it from the permanent line, right? But that would give people more of a chance, because when they do these limited edition things, they have the little tiny display with maybe 6 polishes on it. So if you don't happen to be there, you know, right away, then you're not going to get it. So that kind of stinks, but whatever. Yeah, so I'm all about finding dupe for things now. I think this is something I'm going to challenge myself to now. Like when the really cool, expensive colors come out from Chanel or even another company that has like a standout polish, I'm going to see what I can do about trying to find a dupe. Okay, so that's it for makeup. And then for hair products, I found the Tresemme Naturals Nourishing Moisture formula this month. Oh my god, this stuff has been a lifesaver. It has completely transformed my hair into somewhat healthy hair. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that my hair was really damaged and fried and in really bad condition, and it still is to a certain extent. Well, it still is to a lot of extent. But this really is starting to, I think, undo some of the damage from blow drying, flat ironing, coloring, whatever. There's more hair products that I could talk about, but then this video would be like an hour long, so we're going to move on to other things. Eye makeup remover, I've got to say the Desert Essence jojoba oil. I really love that for eye makeup remover, because I've got so many things going on my eyes that this is just so easy. You know, just put some on a cotton ball and it just takes everything off without struggling, you know, because you don't want to be rubbing too hard on that area of your eyes, especially when you get older. So this takes it off very easily, and of course moisturizes the area at the same time. Definitely got to include the Olay cleansing system. The Olay Pro X Advanced Cleansing System. Yeah, that's the full name of it. What was this thing, $29.99 or $39.99 or something like that? I forgot the exact price, but it was cheap, and it's not $200 like the Clarisonic, and it's basically the exact same thing. It's got 2 speeds, it's got a brush head that's replaceable. Fantastic. I've heard, though, from some of you that you're having a hard time finding it, but I think that's because it's brand new and maybe a lot of people bought them for people for Christmas or whatever, but I'm sure it'll get restocked. But this is really, really great. And I use that with my good old Cetaphil cleanser that I've been using for, oh my god, I don't know, 20 years, 30 years, something like that. A long time. I mean, I've tried other things, but I always end up going back to this. This I have used the majority of my life, and it's just awesome because it's gentle, but yet it cleans your skin, but it doesn't strip it. So it's perfect. From what I understand, I guess it's recommended by dermatologists. I've never been to a dermatologist, but that's what people have told me. And then for this time of year, the Neutrogena body oil that I talked about in a special video not too long ago, I get out of the shower, plaster this all over my body, and it stops my skin from being itchy and dry from the winter air. And I love to put one thing at the end of the monthly favorites that has nothing to do with makeup or beauty. And this month it's another snack food. And I try to find things that are healthy. Last time it was those Asian pears that I told you about. Well, this time it's, do you get cravings for things that are salty and crunchy, but you try not to eat things like potato chips and cheese puffs and things like that because they're not healthy? Well, I found a solution to that. When I really start craving the crunchy, salty things, Unfortunately, I forgot that I was going to need to show this in a video at the end of the month, so I chopped off the top of the bag, so I can only show you the bottom half of the bag. But this is what it looks like. And what they are is, it's the brand name is Popcorn Indiana, and they're called Chip-Ins. So yeah, Popcorn Indiana Chip-Ins. And this is what they look like. And the way that you know that these are fairly healthy for a snack food is the only ingredients in them are corn, sunflower oil, and sea salt. That's it. Take a bag of cheese puffs or potato chips or something off the shelf at your local supermarket and look at the ingredient list. We had a bag of cheese puffs in the house not too long ago. My husband loves those. And I said, hon, look at the ingredient list. And it was like at least 30 ingredients in it, and you couldn't even pronounce half of them. And I said, not healthy, hon. We really shouldn't buy these. So I stumbled across these at the store about, I don't know, a week ago. And I figured, well, you know, something that's healthy usually doesn't taste very good. I was pleasantly surprised. These are excellent. And the sea salt still gives you that salty flavor, but it's not as bad for you as like regular table salt. And then sunflower oil is better for you than a lot of the other oils that they use in the junk food. But that would take me forever to get into that and explain it. But just, so these are delicious, and I don't know how easy they are to find. I just recently saw them for the first time at my local store about a week ago, so I don't know if it's a brand new product, but they're really, really good. And yeah, Popcorn Indiana is the company. And I was looking to see if they had a website or something, but I don't think so. I don't see a website on the bag. But yeah, they're really delicious. I really love them. And that's my monthly favorites for December, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.